Begins now. Super Prime Time.
Ejaz Ayoub and Shabnam Lone on the one side would like Kashmir to be part of an Indo-Pak dialogue. Sushant Sareen, Rashneek Kher, Maroof Raza would not. And I can certainly state my position that the pathetic indifference of the Candy-Floss diplomacy lobby to terrorism, putting Kashmir over terrorism and saying while terrorism is continuing, please discuss Kashmir. The pathetic indifference of the lobby at home, Sushant. The pathetic difference of the Indians who believe in this Candy-Floss diplomacy, who want us to prostrate before Pakistan and say, come, let's discuss Jammu and Kashmir. That should also be put to question tonight, because if the British Foreign Secretary says Kashmir is not a precondition, I think the message should go out to them. Sushant, why don't you open the debate? And after that, it's a freewheeling debate for the next half an hour. Sushant.
No, I think the Brits and the Americans and all the other countries have taken a position that in fact, the Brits have gone a step further, because until now the British position was that Kashmir is a matter that India and Pakistan have to solve between themselves. But I think they've gone a slight step further when they say that don't make this a precondition between any talks between India and Pakistan. Number one. Number two, I think it's equally significant that the British Foreign Secretary has said that the issue of terrorism needs to be addressed. I'm paraphrasing what he said, but I think it's very clear what he said on the issue of terrorism. Now, the Indian position, and where I disagree with your putting me as the guy who does not want Kashmir to be discussed, I actually want Kashmir to be discussed, but I want that the issue of terrorism be addressed first, the atmosphere be conducive, because ultimately we have to discuss Kashmir with Pakistan to vacate Pakistan's illegal occupation of a part of Kashmir, which is an integral part of India. So I think rather than fighting a war over it, we would rather get it back through discussion and peaceful dialogue. So to that extent, I am very much in favor of a dialogue on Kashmir with on Pakistan.
See, Sushant,
but first, I think the issue of terrorism needs to be addressed.
So Sushant,
because as long as people continue to die on both sides, it will be very difficult to get any dialogue off the track.
See, Sushant, my view on this has been fairly consistent. I don't think my position is that different from yours. What I'm saying tonight, and I want to hear from Shabnam Lone and Ejaz Ayoub, you see, Kashmir cannot be, Shabnam, a precondition, because Kashmir is a settled issue. Kashmir is a settled issue. Kashmir belongs to India. You know, February 1954, J&K Constituent Assembly unanimously ratifies the accession to India. November 17th, 1956, though I don't need to give you a history lesson, J&K Constituent Assembly adopts the state's constitution. Kashmir, Shabnam Lone, is a settled issue. Now more and more people across the world are saying settled issue. How can anyone say, make it a precondition for talks? I've never understood, but after today, after what Philip Hammond said, go on, Shabnam. Go on, Shabnam. It's a settled issue. There's nothing to discuss.
Well, you know, despite what you said, Arnab, Kashmir continues to be a political cauldron.
No, it's
People
not.
are dying on both sides of the border.
Only because of terrorism.
We have had so many casualties in Srinagar. We have had so many Jawans dying on the borders.
Yes, because of terrorism from Pakistan.
Something is amiss.
Because of terrorism.
Well, it is a continuing saga of pride.
No, there is no.
Continuing pride, prejudice.
No, but Shabnam, you are confusing a political problem with a problem between two countries. There is no problem between, the political problem has to be addressed separately between Delhi and Srinagar, and the problem between Delhi and Islamabad needs to be addressed separately. So I think don't mix up the two issues, don't conflate those issues. I don't think there's any denying that there is a certain political issue which is there in Kashmir. We might disagree on how that needs to be addressed, but how does Pakistan become a party to that particular problem?
What is the problem is a very strong foreign policy. You don't need London. You don't need US to tell you what to do with your own foreign policy.
No, certainly we don't. It's a reaffirmation, however. It's a reaffirmation. Shabnam, let's get Ejaz, Sushant, Rashneek Kher, and then I'll give Maroof. By the way, feel free to come in.
You said Kashmir seems to be a settled issue. If it is a settled issue, then what did Swaran Singh and Zulfikar Ali Bhutto discuss in 1963? What did Shimla Samjhota was in 1972. What was Vajpayee and Nawaz Sharif doing in 1999?
Yeah.
And what was Agra Summit about?
And may I ask you one question?
If it's not an issue, what are the two countries talking about then?
May I ask you one question?
First thing is the acceptance of the problem.
Ejaz, listen. Ejaz,
yes,
listen.
please.
Please be reasonable. Don't have a very hardline position on these issues. Please have an open mind. You ask me what happened here. I'd say to you, Ejaz, listen to me. Jammu and Kashmir, the people of Jammu and Kashmir, right, including, I'm absolutely certain people like you, have a 66.4% turnout. The highest turnout in the last 25 years in the last assembly election.
That's the problem.
In the Lok Sabha elections,
which 50% are being always
polling.
projected for governance is being projected as the solution to Kashmir problem.
Well, what is the
There's one more thing that I would like to add here.
Allow me to
if we talk about
Arnab, just give me a minute.
Okay, Sushant, one second, Rashneek is responding. I personally think, Ejaz, you should not get provoked, but I think it's time for the government of India to tell the people, everyone in the state of Jammu and Kashmir that listen, you don't figure in the conversation between us and Pakistan. We take care of your security. There is a long financial link from Delhi to Srinagar and Jammu, but you don't figure in a conversation with Pakistan. No, you have to understand.
Let's talk about
you don't figure in a conversation. We talk to Pakistan on terror.
If put in context, has three parts. We are only discussing one part of it.
Okay, 1 second. Okay, we'll get Rashneek to respond and then Maroof will come in. Yeah, Rashneek.
You see, the problem with people like Ejaz is when people were not voting for because of the fear of gun, because JKLF would put coffins outside polling booths and say whoever votes goes into this coffin.
You were the people,
at that point of time, voting percentage was abysmal. Sir, allow me to speak. Sir, allow me to speak. I did not speak when you were speaking. Have some decency. Please allow me to speak. Sir, have some decency. Please allow me to speak.
Continue.
Sir, please allow me to speak.
Don't shout.
I did not speak when you were speaking. Please allow me to speak.
I can shout louder than you. Don't shout.
Don't shout. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Good. I know you can shout. You guys are used to doing it. I know you can shout louder than me. Please, Ejaz. Please don't troll me. Please, for God's sake, listen to me. At that point of time, these very people like Ejaz said that the government of India and the constitution of India has no standing in Kashmir. The people do not vote. Now when people are voting, they are saying they are voting for governance. Now please decide for once and for all whether people are voting for this or that. You cannot use this argument all the time that people are voting for governance. No, my dear friend.
Okay, Rashneek, let him respond.
But people are voting for
Rashneek, let Ejaz respond to you. Rashneek, here is
Rashneek, police stations in Kashmir.
Always a disconnection between the two.
Eight police stations in Kashmir does not make Kashmir a disputed territory.
Rashneek, I want to hear the contrary view and then counter it.
There is no more support than 8 police stations in Kashmir.
Okay, Ejaz.
Yes, Arnab.
Ejaz, my point to you
if Rashneek
again,
talking,
Ejaz, you see, Modi met Nawaz Sharif. You know what happened on December 25th,
Correct.
Christmas Day, exchanged pleasantries, return gift, 2nd of January, Pathankot attack. Right? Now, I don't understand what room does it leave for friendship with a country whose return gift is the Pathankot attack. The only thing to discuss. Then you have taken no action against Maulana Masood Azhar.
Such issues, an eye for an eye will make the entire world blind, right? We have to move on. There are 3 parts.
When 7 of our security personnel. Sorry, Ejaz, you say an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth will leave the whole world blind and toothless. When 7 of our security personnel and 1 civilian is killed as a result of the Pathankot attack by terrorists with link to the Jaish-e-Mohammed, which operates from Pakistan, we should not be discussing anything but terrorism with Pakistan. Yeah?
Absolutely. Jawans are dying, people in Kashmir are dying. We should always try to find a solution. We should not derail
exactly.
talks. That's what Philip
we talk, but we don't talk Kashmir. Kashmir is not a discussion. It's not up for negotiation. Let's get Maroof in.
Let's get Maroof in. A number of talks.
Let's get Maroof in.
Since last 68 years. What has been the result? If you don't put a Kashmir issue in the center, the talks will always fail. There will be no point in talking.
No, I agree with you. There is no point in talking about Kashmir with Pakistan because it's a non-negotiable.
Arnab.
Yeah, let's get Maroof in.
Here is where
I think here is where Ejaz gets it wrong. Number one, this eye for an eye business is utter nonsense because only one side's eye is being gouged out all the time. So we are the guys who are going blind.
Oh, not at all.
Number
people
one.
of Kashmir are living happily. You know how many people of Kashmir have died.
This whole business which he keeps talking about.
Terrorism.
He was right now quoting what happened when Bhutto and Bharat Singh were talking. They were talking Kashmir, it didn't solve it. What happened when Vajpayee and Musharraf were talking? They were talking Kashmir, it didn't solve it. All the other dialogue tracks he's spoken about, Kashmir was spoken about, there was a dialogue on it and it didn't solve it. Now what does Ejaz recommend? That you want to have another desultory dialogue or you want to create a climate because India has a very strong position as far as the issue of Jammu and Kashmir is concerned. Notwithstanding the political problem inside Kashmir, there is
Sushant Sareen. That's Sushant Sareen. That's Sushant Sareen, not Maroof.
We are not running away from it. All that we are saying is let us have a conducive atmosphere.
I agree. I agree. See, what's Ejaz, let's get what's Ejaz and Shabnam. Let's hear from Maroof here, please. Can you please just hear from Maroof also, please? 1 second. The point is, however, please understand, Ejaz and Shabnam, this will hurt you. This will hurt the people of Kashmir. We revisit the Kashmir issue and not revisit the fact that Pakistan is a country that allows Zakir Rahman Lakhvi's lawyer to be sitting.
Ejaz and Shabnam. No, you didn't hear my point.
Because Shabnam, I heard your opening remark, which because I was shocked with your opening remark. Because I was shocked with your opening remark.
Why were you shocked?
I was shocked.
You should be
I was shocked because
two things. Let me tell you why you should be shocked.
I'll tell you why I'm shocked. Okay, one reason why I'm shocked.
First of all, you see, after the Pathankot firing,
Arnab, can I have a word with my sister Shabnam, please?
I'd let Maroof in. Maroof, please.
Yes, Rashneek.
Shabnam, 1 second. I'll get Maroof to respond to you. Maroof, please, on the other side. Shabnam, I'll go to Rashneek after that.
I don't know why you were shocked.
I'll tell you why you were shocked.
Why were you shocked?
I'll tell you after Maroof speaks. I will tell you why I was shocked, and I continue to be shocked.
Because of the fact that Hafiz Saeed you have not been able to capture. You should be shocked because this guy, this JEM guy...
Miss Shabnam Lone. No, 1 second. Miss Shabnam Lone, I've heard you. I've heard you for a long time, Miss Shabnam Lone. Let me tell you this. 1 second. Maroof, I'm coming to you. But Miss Shabnam Lone, please hear it loud and clear. Kashmir is not, was not, and will never be a precondition. Pakistan's commitment to bring justice to the 26/11 trial is a precondition. You may want Kashmir to be a precondition. Sorry, it's not on the table. It's not up for negotiation. Settled issue.
I never said it should be a precondition. I never said that.
It should not even be an issue.
It to be a precondition.
Okay, Maroof is responding. Maroof, please.
Okay, ma'am, we've heard you.
To get stuck in 1947.
Miss Lone, we've heard you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Miss Lone, we've heard you. Can you let somebody else also make a point? I just want to, Arnab, tell the two representatives from Kashmir and the audience, I just want to remind them of a couple of things. One is, it's very interesting that the British Foreign Secretary has gone and made these remarks in Pakistan in front of a large audience on Pakistani soil because all these three statements that he has made are clearly a censor on Pakistan and pointing fingers at Pakistan. That don't continue to harbor on the Kashmir issue and don't hang on to it as a precondition for everything. This is Pakistan, which every time there are talks, Pakistan brings up that, first put Kashmir on the top of the agenda, then we'll talk. Quite clearly, British patience with them has become exasperated. More so, if you go back into the history, and just a quick history lesson of 2 points.
Ejaz, hear him. Ejaz, hear Maroof.
Britain that happily allowed Pakistan access to territory which now we call POK. They allowed them to get a foothold there, and the declassified records from the Public Records Office in UK claim that because Britain thought that Pakistan will have a stronger negotiating position with India, any future discourse on Kashmir. So that's one. Second thing is, when the Shimla agreement was done, no representative of Kashmir was invited there. It was quite clearly agreed And Pakistan's representative Zulfikar Bhutto also acceded that the matter will be a bilateral issue. He acceded other things also, but he didn't sign on it, including converting the LOC into a border, which he later resigned from. But he did concede that it will hereafter be a bilateral issue, and therefore no representative of Kashmir was there, neither Karan Singh, nor Sheikh Abdullah, nor anybody else.
Please.
So quite clearly, Kashmir was not part of any priority agenda. It was bilateral issue that needed to be discussed. The third point that the audience must understand, that as long as Kashmiris continue to project a collective sense of support for New Delhi and New Delhi's ability to resolve their problems, they have a better chance of getting that done than being a divided house, which Pakistan then exploits to its advantage. So half or more of their grievances come, I don't say all their grievances, but half or more of their grievances come because Pakistan has used this divided approach of Kashmiris to exploit that and harm them. What has Pakistan been able to deliver to the Kashmiris across the LOC? Zilch!
Nothing.
They cannot give them anything. They can't even give them enough funds for a half-decent life. And Kashmiris still hope that Pakistan is going to provide them some kind of panacea from all kind of ills that they are. Half their ills are also because their own political leadership have successfully let them down. So don't blame Delhi for everything. I do concede that yes, faults lie with New Delhi's approach to dealing with Srinagar and the people of Kashmir. But a lot of fault also lies because they are a divided house.
You see, Maroof, what Ejaz should understand tonight, and I'm pretty sure, Ejaz, that despite your position, you believe. No, 1 second. Ejaz, you believe. You not believe that Kashmir is an integral part of India? And when you believe that Kashmir is you don't. You don't believe that Kashmir is an integral part of India.
It's a conflict zone.
You don't believe that Kashmir is an integral part of India. Do you believe in the Lahore Declaration? Do you believe in the Lahore Declaration? You believe in the Lahore Declaration.
Who lie at the heart of Kashmir's problem.
This is the problem.
You have to initiate a dialogue process.
We question. You don't believe in the election
because they do not allow Kashmiris to integrate.
This is the problem. This is the problem.
And that is why they are at the receiving end of so many things.
People Ejaz like you and people like you who live in the security provided to you, Ejaz, by the Indian security. No, Ejaz, now I heard you. Ejaz, hear me. You are sitting there today, right, in Kashmir, comfortable and secure, because of the security and the sacrifice of Indian security personnel and Ejaz terrorists from Pakistan killed 41 of our security personnel last year alone. Therefore, I say tonight, and Rashneek is coming in, I say tonight, the issue tonight is only terrorism. And I think the government of India should tell everyone in Kashmir that you are not the issue. You are not the issue. The sacrifice of our security personnel is the issue. You are not the issue. The integrity and sovereignty of India is the issue. And Rashneek will respond right now.
Let me remind Ejaz.
So Rashneek and Maroof.
Arnab, allow me a rebuttal.
Let me remind Ejaz and his ilk. Arnab, let me remind Ejaz and his ilk that look at the pathetic state of affairs of people in POK, Baltistan and Gilgit. They don't even have the right to express their opinion. Here at least you are allowed to criticize India and express your negative sentiments. You try that.
I am talking about my problem.
Under the Constitution of 74,
I am not here to talk about Baltistan. I am not.
Because you are not allowed to express any other view.
You understand their problem. I am not here to understand their problem. I am talking about my problem. If you have an answer for my problem, then speak. If you don't have that, please don't speak. You better keep quiet.
Thank your stars for the freedom you enjoy.
Why should I prefer that? Why are you making an assumption?
You keep quiet.
Why should I prefer
Please
that?
understand.
You're jumping the gun.
I'm reminding you.
You keep quiet.
I'm
try to understand our problem.
Reminding you.
You are not understanding our problem.
I'm reminding you that look at the state of affairs across the LOC.
You have faulty figures. You have corrupt data of history. Your argument is based on assumptions. Absolutely no place on ground reality, based on ground realities. You please, if you don't have a solution to our problems, please keep quiet.
You have a single
Ejaz Saab, you are living in a state of delusion. You are living in a state of romantic delusion. वो जन्नत आपको कभी नहीं मिलेगी पाकिस्तान में जाके. Please be clear.
Who is asking for Pakistan? Why are you putting words in my mouth? Who is asking for Pakistan? We are talking about problems with the unsettled issue of Kashmir. If you don't make that a central point in your talks, then your talks are going to fail. And this is what has happened historically. All the talks have failed till now.
Okay, can you say something about the inhuman?
It is going to
resolve this. Maroof, let me test Ejaz on this one. Maroof,
you do not want to.
Maroof, 1 minute. Ejaz, can you, since you're waxing eloquent now since you're sitting on Indian soil, carrying an Indian passport, secure with the security provided to you by the Indian security forces, I am asking you today, Ejaz, tell me, Ejaz, what do you feel? Can you say something about the inhumanity? Can you say something about the inhumanity that is perpetrated on your fellow Kashmiris in Pakistan occupied Kashmir? Will you say something on the inhumanity that is perpetrated on your fellow Kashmiris in Pakistan occupied Kashmir? Would you say something on the inhumanity perpetrated on fellow Kashmiris in POK?
Words in my mouth.
I am asking you. I want to know how do you, what are the living conditions of Kashmiris in POK? What are the living conditions of Kashmiris in POK? Say that. Tell us something about it.
Why am I supposed to answer questions about POK?
Why? You're scared of Pakistan? You're scared of Pakistan in saying so? You don't
Arnab,
see,
allow me a point.
I will Kashmiris are made to go through. See, you can't say a word right now. Rashneek is responding to you.
Rashneek. Very stupid argument, I must say. A journalist of your caliber must not argue like this.
You see, Ejaz on national television has the freedom to say that he is not an Indian. If he does this, if he was a Baluch and he says that on Pakistan, tomorrow he will be a dead man. Tomorrow he will be a dead man. We have given too much of freedom. Yes, the freedom of expression has been given by the Indian state to you, and which you are misusing. This is what has happened. Kashmir is not a problem. People like you living in Kashmir are problem.
What are you doing in Delhi? If that's not a problem, Rashneek, why are you not in Kashmir? Why are you not in Kashmir? You are a Kashmiri. Why are you not in Kashmir? That's not a problem.
Because people like you, there's terrorism is a problem. Ejaz, terrorism is a problem. Arnab has been saying since the beginning that terrorism is a problem because you people brought people like you support terrorists. You need to accept the problem. Kashmiri Pandits. That is how I am
here in
Delhi.
That's what I'm saying. It was a problem and you have to accept it.
You have this romantic delusion of making this an Islam.
Now you start your mini lecture, right? The way you always do on Arnab show.
Yes, you have driven
out
an
entire
minority.
Good.
That is none of your business where I am and where I am not.
Ejaz, I have a question for you. I have a question for Rashneek.
Don't be a stooge of Pakistan and carry an Indian passport. Have some shame and be grateful to the freedom that this nation is giving you.
I want to just ask a question to Ejaz. Ejaz, since you say
in any other country you would be in a dungeon right now.
Ejaz should know that he just mentioned legal rights.
He has already passed on a judgment.
The legal rights that you speak about, for your kind information, is the legal right that is provided to you by the Indian judiciary. A. B.
Okay.
B. Secondly,
we have a Ranbir Penal Code which is separated state of Jammu and Kashmir.
Secondly, understand this. Secondly.
And Ranbir Penal Code is subservient to the Indian Penal Code. Please don't teach us wrong things about your constitution.
He's aware.
Finally, the 2A of the Indian constitution applies.
That was engineered. That's what I'm saying.
Ejaz, what about the subsidies that the Indian government provides?
Why are you lying? Either you don't know or you are lying all the time.
What about 6,500 crores of annual loss on account of
What about the subsidies provided to Jammu and Kashmir?
Because of Indus Water Treaty, my state is losing 6,500 crores annually.
You can't accept the subsidies.
Your army is occupying 5,72,000 canals of
your
my land.
Finances and
What about
security.
that economic
Your
loss?
finances and security are provided for by the Indian taxpayer. Your finances, your security, your finances and your security are paid for by the Indian taxpayer, Ejaz.
You know,
and that's the reason why we have every reason to ask.
Right, people like him have the right to be.
Can you answer, Arnab?
I think I've spent too much time here. Let's go to Sushant Sareen and Shabnam Lone. Rashneek, 1 second. You see, my point is simple, Sushant Sareen and Shabnam Lone. The security to every Kashmiri provided by the Indian security forces. The financing of the state of Jammu and Kashmir on a long rope of subsidies provided by the government of India. You accept the security. You accept the financing. Right? But you will come on television, Sushant, and try and parade your lack of loyalty to the Indian state almost like a badge of honor. That's what is really the issue here tonight, right? Sushant, please. Sushant.
And you see, what is even worse?
Yeah.
What is even worse is the fact that
General Jaswal is calling in
confusing issues.
Yeah.
You know, you keep confusing issues as this young man. I presume he's a young man because I can't see him. But, you know, he keeps confusing issues, keeps splitting from one point to another. So sometimes it's water, sometimes he talks about Kashmir and it's the whole of the state as a single entity. And when you question him about what is happening to people from his state who are under Pakistani occupation, he says, I don't care about what is happening out there. He talks about there has to be a solution, but he doesn't really have a solution in mind. How rational is that solution?
I'm not supposed to come up with a solution, sir. There are people who are being elected.
Can I say something? Listen, I'm not a Kashmiri Pandit that you can badger me the way you did to them 25 years ago. So let me just have my say, please, right? So now my point is that, you know, you keep flitting from one issue to another. And frankly speaking, this is the problem at an intellectual level and at a political level in Kashmir, that there has been no cogent, coherent argument on how a political solution between New Delhi and Srinagar can be reached. What can be the parameters of that political solution? Half-baked notions have been floated around. There are these delusional things which many of these guys come up with, these myths and legends which are then floated as some kind of reality. I think that is where the problem comes in. I would really recommend to him to start educating himself, get a little real, get to know how the systems work, figure out what is a possible, plausible thing which can be done at a political level between New Delhi and Srinagar so that this whole thing can be moving forward. But if you keep parroting the same old, tired old lines, it's not going to work. You've been doing it for the last 30-40 years. You can do it for another 30-40 years.
Shabnam and Maroof, 1 minute, 30 seconds each. Shabnam and Maroof, 30 seconds each. Shabnam and then closing with Maroof.
Arnab, I have been listening to this arguments that have been coming forth. But the question is, what we need to have a solution now. Enough of all these rabid discussions that we keep on having.
The solution is simple.
That we cannot get stuck in 1947.
Shabnam
we need to get away from stated positions.
Shabnam, I say the solution is simple. Why should Kashmiri Pandits be fighting?
I'd say as long as you,
as long as you accept financing from the Indian state, we will defend our finances, we will defend our land, we will defend our forces, and understand Kashmir is an integral part of India. There's nothing up for negotiation. End of story.
This is not expected from you. This is not the mode of discussion. This was some other discussion we were having.
I am not having any other discussion.
Rashneek and I, we are on the same show. We need to have a solution where we are all part of the solution.
The solution is take Kashmir out of the dialogue. Maroof, and then we are closing. Maroof.
We can't keep on fighting
Maroof,
like
and then we close. Maroof, no, please understand.
Now I think
Kashmir is not up for discussion anymore. Maroof, please. Just Maroof. Maroof, yes, please.
Miss Lone.
Maroof, please.
And prosperity.
Miss Lone. Miss Lone.
Yeah, Maroof.
Miss Lone. Miss Lone. Miss Arnab, I just want to remind the Kashmiri viewers and the Kashmiri representatives of 2-3 quick points. Ma'am, please let me speak. The first point I wish to say that when Sheikh Abdullah made his impassioned speech
classified us as Kashmiris and Kashmiri viewers.
Ma'am, please let me complete. I did not interrupt when you were speaking.
Kashmiri viewers and
Ma'am,
why did you say Kashmiri viewers and the Kashmiri panelists? That means even you
because you are representing the
please don't misinterpret.
Are you representing some other point of view or Kashmiri point of view?
I'm not.
No, I am responding to the Kashmiri centric argument.
You answer me.
So are you speaking on behalf of New Delhi?
The Kashmiri viewers.
I am asking you a question. Miss Lone,
ask the question and then we
Miss
close.
Lone, I am asking you a question.
Discrimination on this show.
Miss Lone.
I object
Miss
to
Lone,
your using this word. No, I'm here, I work in Delhi. Why did you refer to me as somebody separate? I object, I protest.
Nobody has said that. I think you're misinterpreting and you're trying to deliberately...
No.
I did not
to build an argument.
Miss Lone, I am saying those who are...
Miss Lone, let's not build an issue.
This is a prejudiced view. This is a prejudiced view.
I have heard you. Now will you let me speak? Or you want to just continue to badger on in this debate? You have to let somebody else speak.
I'm not badgering, sir. You are a great expert in badgering. I don't. I stand by what I have said.
No, Miss Lone, what I'm saying, please hear me out.
You made a big mistake.
You are trying to submerge my argument by making irrelevant noises. Please hear me out. What I'm saying is, I said... No, I didn't say you guys. I said Kashmiri panelists, Kashmiri viewers, those who represent the Kashmiri view. And you are going on and on about that Kashmir is, there is a Kashmiri view. Did you not say that earlier? Anyway, we are, Miss Lone, we are discussing inanities. Can you please let me make my...
I think I settled this by saying, Miss Lone, you made your point. I say here, Maroof said...
What do you want me to
Please don't twist it. Don't twist it. Don't twist it. You are twisting it. That's not the issue tonight. That's not. You're twisting it now. You're twisting it now. You are twisting it now. You are twisting it. I'm telling you, you are twisting it.
Precious time on the debate by trying to
Of course, you said to our viewers in Delhi as well. Maroof, complete your point, then we close. Maroof. Maroof, complete your point. Complete your point.
Can you
complete your point quickly, please?
Ask her to give me 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Arnab, what I'm wanting to tell her and her colleague from Kashmir, that I'm wanting to say that I want them to remember Sheikh Abdullah's argument, impassioned speech at the UN in 1948, where he said Kashmiris have few choices in front of them. Miss Lone, will you let me speak, or do you want me to be impolite?
No, please, Maroof.
I'm just saying, please hear me out.
Restrain yourself, both of you.
That Sheikh Abdullah made this very relevant point.
I think Miss Lone, we taken it too far.
I'm a Kashmiri, so you can't.
Yes, he has not said that. He has not said anything to that effect. Now, please, Miss Lone, please.
No, what are you then?
1 second.
What are you then?
Maroof.
What are you? Miss Lone, what are you? Please identify. Identify what are you?
Shabnam Lone. I have not referred to you as a Delhi panelist. Did I?
Miss Lone, you are now taking it too far. You're taking it too far. You're not letting Maroof come.
No, you are Shabnam Lone. I know that. But where you have been arguing in favor of the Kashmiri view. All I'm trying to say is that Sheikh Abdullah said in 1948 that Kashmiris have various options in front of them, but they... will you let me speak?
I'm not...
Miss Lone, I think we are short of time.
What are you trying to say? I can't comprehend what you're trying to say. You're just going on and disrupting others. Are you others interjections?
Complete your point.
Can you please let me speak?
Complete your point. We close.
I'm just trying to ask you that if Sheikh Abdullah said in 1948 that Kashmiris have various options in front of them, however, the best option for them is to remain a part of the Union of India because Pakistan will not let them be free. Now the gentleman from Kashmir who was right now arguing that Kashmiris are not Indians, he must be reminded that how many in Pakistan will ever allow Kashmiris to consider independence as an option. They want Kashmiris only to be absorbed within Pakistan, and that is something which he has dismissed himself as an option.
That's why they say don't argue with an idiot.
His options are two. One is either to become happily a part of the Indian Union or continue to dissent and continue to obfuscate anything good that may come out of any interaction between Delhi and Srinagar.
Now viewers, I put that question to you. I put that question to you. I put that question to you. I think
to continue to be with the Indian Union and take the benefits of what India has to offer to Kashmir. That's the point I'm trying to make. I don't see why this is so upsetting to Miss Lone or anybody else.
Viewers, there's no issue there. The question is simply this. I think it is time for everyone, including the government, to realize there's no point keeping Kashmir on the table. Keep Kashmir out of the table. Discuss terror or don't have talks at all. That's our clear position. I thank you all for joining me on debate number 2 on the Newshour tonight. Thank you, everyone.